Thanksgiving has a way of stacking 3 generations into one room and calling it relaxing. The kids are sprinting laps between the kitchen and the living room. Someone drops a roll, someone laughs. The oven timer keeps yelling like it has opinions while Grandpa is carving the turkey with the calm confidence of a man who has seen worse. And in the middle of all of it, the pets are running their own mission. Willow, the yellow American lab, posts up near the kitchen like a friendly lab she is. Somewhere behind you, a tail thumps like a metronome, fully convinced the kitchen is about to make a donation. Then the adult conversation starts drifting toward money. Not on purpose, just the way it happens when cousins are older now, and someone asks, "So what's next for you?" One sibling says it casually, like it's a fun update. "We finally sold the business." Everybody brightens. That's a big moment. Years of work, late nights, risk, pride. Andy leans in. "That's amazing." Grandma smiles. "You must feel relieved." And then the tone shifts just a little, because the next sentence lands heavy. "Relieved? Yeah, except the tax bill is brutal, like millions." The room doesn't go silent. It just gets quieter in that careful Thanksgiving way. Someone pretends to focus on gravy. Someone checks on the kids a little too urgently. A fork pauses midair. Even the dog pauses like, "Wait, are we sad now?" And then the other sibling clears their throat. "Same thing over here," they say. "We sold too." Now everyone is really listening. But this sibling keeps going. "We planned early, not perfectly, just early. We knew what the sale might trigger. We mapped options, and we didn't wait until the end of the year to talk about it." They say it gently, no flex, no lecture. "We still paid tax," they add, "but we didn't get surprised. It changed everything." That is the moment Thanksgiving gets awkward. Not because anyone is trying to make it awkward, but because everyone at the table suddenly realizes the difference between two futures can be one sentence. We planned early. Or we didn't. And here's the strange part. Nobody at that table is dumb. Nobody was trying to mess up. It's just that life is loud. With a full plate between kids' work and deadlines and opportunities, a deal that moved too fast. A conversation that gets postponed because tonight is busy and next week is busy and suddenly it's late in the year. And in a quiet moment, someone says the most expensive words at the Thanksgiving table. "My accountant takes care of it." Not as a joke, as a hope, as a way to stop thinking about it until later. But later has a way of showing up with a number you can't unsee. And when that happens, you can almost feel the sentence hanging in the air. This could have been avoided. So the holiday keeps going. The kids start arguing over dessert. Grandpa pretends not to hear it. Someone tells a story from 10 years ago that makes everybody laugh again. Willow makes her quiet, respectful move toward the dropped roll. But one person at the table is quiet now because they're doing math in their head. And that is the whole point of this story. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a real one before the year closes. If you sold a business, sold property, had a big income jump, moved money around, or had a year that looks different, the best time to get clarity is while there's still time to choose. And if you want a simple double check before the calendar flips, David Tuck, former IRS auditor and founder of Anvil Tax, can help you pressure test the plan so you can stop overpaying taxes to buy more stuff you love with those you love. Visit anviltax.com.